So here's Elizabeth Hopkins. She's in Providence, Rhode Island. She's interviewing Chris Young, who is running for mayor in Providence, Rhode Island. And all of a sudden, she ask him a question, and Chris Young says, you know what, I'm going to sing to you, Elizabeth. So I've got Elizabeth on the phone. Hello, Elizabeth.
I can't wait to do this interview.
I can't wait to talk to you because, listen, I got the biggest kick out of watching you.
Oh, my God.
So for those who missed it, Elizabeth, first I want them to hear you talking to Chris Young and hear how he just all of a sudden broke out into song. Let's hear cut number 37, please.
What do you do for fun? I mean, what's your favorite place to go to in Providence?
Oh, well, my favorite place to go to is a Catholic church. I'm a Catholic. But I want to say that I write songs for fun, and I can play a song for you really quick. To the rich man who stands in his house high upon the hill, the chains that bind you, the flames surround you, for the price you have received. What good are those riches?
So we get the point. So, Elizabeth, certainly not worthy of an Emmy, but did you have any idea that was coming?
Well, I tell you what ended up happening was what you didn't see in that clip was just before Chris Young came on, there was some sort of kerfuffle with my executive producer, Rebecca Johnson, and Chris Young, because he wanted to bring on a guitar player. But, as you know, in television, you have to block out things ahead of time, so,
right.
with the camera shots.
Right.
We simply didn't have the room for his guitar gigs. And so Chris Young goes to sit down, and he's very upset. And I think he thinks that I made the call to 86, the guitarist.
Yes.
So he won't shake my hand. He's very upset. And he sits down, and he pulls out a tape recorder. And I thought, well, if you want to record something that's going to be said, that's no problem.
Yes.
So he sits down, and he's got this tape recorder. I'm thinking, what is he going to do with this? Because he has, this reputation of creating this media circus wherever he goes.
And keep in mind, Elizabeth, he already, as you said, is annoyed with you because he thinks you mixed the guitar player.
Exactly. And prior to that, we've known him to be at other events where he's flipped over coffee tables and he's got a little crazy. So he sits down, and, we start talking, and I start asking the first question, and he goes into this song, and then, hence, my viral history was made. I mean, it's gotten so many hits. Hits to my website, ElizabethHopkins.com, are like through the roof, 200% up or something like that. And, everybody just wants to see what the heck was going on there.
So what are you thinking? I love looking at your face because I always call these as my face on straight moments. So what are you thinking when he's doing this? Are you thinking, okay, mister, stop talking? Are you thinking, all right, I'll play with you?
My thought was I'll play with you, and here's why. Because this was Coffee with the Candidates. The
Coffee with
day,
the Candidates.
Coffee with the Candidates. And so if he wanted to grab his coffee cup and throw coffee on his head, I would have let him do that because whatever he wanted to show as his personality to the voters of Providence was totally okay. And my job was just to kind of guide him through that and make sure he wasn't violating any FCC guidelines.
But Elizabeth, you let him do it, but that's not enough. That's the thing with people. Don't you find this, Elizabeth? You give people an inch, and then they take a mile. Let's hear cut number 38, please, Scott.
Well, how long have you sung for?
All my life. I was a young child, and I'd like the opportunity to come in and show again and sing again with my band.
Well, we'll see what we can do about that.
How about this week? Later this week?
Well, you know what? I tell you what, that's a higher pay grade than me, and other people arrange that. But thank you for being here this morning.
I love when he asks a question and he goes, how about this week, how about this week? I can see you're like holding both of your hands on his. Are you like squeezing the pulp out of him at that point?
I wasn't, but I wanted to convey the message that I'm in control here, buddy.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to come on and sing your songs, but if you think that you're going to corner me, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I wanted to maintain control in that situation, but still allow him. I mean, listen, he is very passionate. He is a staunch and devout Catholic. He has a very strong point of view, and we need people with a different perspective to be able to speak out. And so
we do, Elizabeth. I love how you say passionate. I call it a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What is his his reputation in Providence?
Well, he's run for various offices several times. He's never actually won, but what I do think is that he's actually an electrical engineer by trade, and he's now engaged to his fiancée, Tara Russo. I don't know if you saw this.
I saw that he proposed during a thing, so I'm kind of like, okay, Chris Young. Listen, I just wanted to say I thought you handled it so well, and as you point out, I noticed your little plug, Missy. Say it again, ElizabethHopkins.com.
That's right, ElizabethHopkins.com, the place to go.
Go ahead. I'll let you have a plug. Thank you, Elizabeth. I thought you handled it so well, but I was cracking up watching you and the lovely Mr. Young, who I'm thinking may need a singing lesson or two.
He may, and I can tell you what, coming from you, that is high praise indeed. Thank you, Gayle.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you.